Okay, thank you, Professor Schütz. So exactly, Camco headquarters are not in Germany, which I wouldn't mind, but we are based in Belgium, in the neighborhood of Leuven, and Leuven is as well not only the headquarter or the city of gate automation, LCR-based automation, but we are as well the, how should I say, the center of beer, having yeah, the biggest brewery of Belgium in Leuven. Anyway, let me just share my screen so that I can start my presentation. Okay. So Camco Technologies, we are, oh, okay, this is better. We are a global company, being in the market for more than 20 years in the meantime, and we are one of the premier vendors, partners of container terminals, road terminals, rail terminals, trying to help them with automating some of the processes, and mainly the what we call the handover processes, where there is a need to identify container handling equipment, being it internal trucks, being it external trucks, trains, etc., etc., and of course the identification of the containers itself that are transported and coming in via the road, via the rail, and via the cranes. That is basically what we are doing. We are, if I may say so, one of the pioneers of artificial intelligence, although we worked yeah, over those 20 years with developing our own OCR systems. The last couple of years, yeah, artificial intelligence became very important and gave us the opportunity to, besides the identification and the detection of the normal standard attributes that you can find on a container, like the container number, like the ISO code, we are now capable as well of detecting the presence of IMDG labels, reading the small classification numbers, and even detect automatically the presence of seals, as you can see here, which means that whatever feature you have on a container, we should be capable of giving information automatically to the TOS. So basically, if you want, you can see our solution, our systems, as the eyes and the ears of the terminal operating system. We will capture all the data in a very efficient and accurate way, and set that information to the TOS so that the TOS can, at its side, make faster, quicker, more efficiently decisions what to do with the container when it enters or leaves the terminal, being it via truck again, through rail or a crane. So typically we have four main yeah, products, if you want, or solutions. First of all, the gate automation. And well, what Mr. Dawal just showed, that is exactly what we're doing. As you can see, perhaps you can recognize the kiosks here. We have effectively installed and introduced gate automation in all the different terminals at Q terminals in Qatar. And we are very happy we can work together with our partner over there. So gate automation. Secondly, we have the crane OCR, which means that, well, we have developed a dynamic system that will follow the spreader and, of course, the container being moved by the spreader when they are passing the front legs of the crane, so that you know at the right moment, at the right location, the right spot, we can take a set of high resolution images of all the containers passing through the legs. And based on those images, we will then, you know, process again all the OCR features to identify the container, to check whether they are IMDG labels, whether there is yes or no a seal, and all this kind of information that you can find on a container. Third, we do the same on the rail side, again making a set of high resolution images when a train passes our camera portal, And based on the images, again, we will do the identification of the containers and the rail cars so that, you know, we can create, if you want, a virtual set or virtual configuration of the train and make sure that, you know, we can give all that information to the TOS. And then finally, and that's not visual based, but we have as well a very accurate own positioning detection system and location technology to detect the exact position of containers, container handling equipment under the crane in the yards, and we can go to up to an accuracy of 5-10 centimeters. And it is certainly very important for the automation of the handover processes under ship-to-shore cranes and RMG cranes and these kind of things. So that is basically the set of products that we have. What you should know is that all the main technologies that we integrate in our solutions are in-house developed and designed. And it is perhaps a little bit different or unique in our market, but it has some good added value, or we can give quite some added value and benefits, and I will come back on that later. This is just a standard picture to show you the quality of what we make as image. Very important. If you want to do OCR, what is the first and most important parameter is that you can make extremely good pictures of the objects that you want to identify. That is why Camco from the start, from day one, invested a lot of resources in developing camera systems that are capable in all different environments, weather conditions whatsoever, to make the best possible image, so that not only you have finally, I would say, a visual proof of the exact condition of your containers when they enter or leave a terminal, but at the same time that, you know, you can process the OCR, the optical character recognition on those images. You can have the best possible OCR engine of the world, but if you have to process that on, let's say, average quality images, the results will not be that good. And I guess that is one of the strong points of our company, is that from the start we understood that link, and that we worked quite hard and continue doing that in making sure that we can make in all possible situations the best possible images. Camco grew significantly the last couple of years. We have today more than 230 terminals that are equipped with our systems, being it the camera portals for trucks and rail, having crane systems a little bit everywhere. And as you can see, we are present almost everywhere. Let's say that the biggest gap that we still have is here in Asia, but we are working hard to solve that. I come back on that. And well, we did an exercise to just count all the containers that are passing one of our systems somewhere in the world. And in 2017, at the end of 2017, for that year, we came already to more than 55 million TEU. So I guess if we would do the same exercise today or at the end of this year, it should be a lot more, having in the meantime as well a lot more systems installed and introduced in some other terminals. Now, what is important, if I come to the port technology and service reliability, as I said, perhaps it's a little bit arrogant, but we think that what we do ourselves, we probably do better. Meaning that we like to design and develop a lot of the products, a lot of the technologies that we are integrating in our solutions in-house. Which means, for instance, that all the camera systems that we are using are an in-house design and development. Of course, we purchase the camera sensors, but all the electronics around it are in-house designed and developed and even assembled. The same is true for our kiosk systems and all the other products. And one of the main objectives that we always have when we start, designing and developing something new, or if we improving one of our products, is that it has to be extremely easy to install, but as well extremely easy to support and maintain. And well, that is exactly what we do. All the products are based on modular components that are easy, to replace, to add, and these kind of things. I will show you it a little bit later. Well, for instance, if we just take the example of our current kiosk systems, well, they are completely modular. And as you can see, in a matter of some minutes, you can really replace all the components, which means that if you have a kiosk with a defective part, which can always happen, well, then it's not necessary to just close the lane and wait until, one of our support partners comes over, or, a technician of Camco itself would come to the terminal, but it's just plug and play. Just remove the component with that specific defective part, take another one, push it in, close the thing, reboot, and there you go again. So in a matter of some minutes, we can make sure that, your kiosk and gate lane is again completely operational. And it is in post-processing that we will then check what the defect is, repair it, etc., etc. So as long as you have enough spare parts on site, you should be capable of keeping the whole operation up and running. And that is exactly what we are doing today. As you saw, we have systems and operations a little bit everywhere, but without having too many local partners or even local subsidiaries. I will come back on that. Just, another movie giving a little bit the same. It's the same concept. This is our box catcher crane OCR camera unit. As you can see, you can lower it to a maintenance position from where it is very easy to maintain and support. And all the components are modular, so that you can remove them, replace them even without any tool. We designed it really in such a way that it's really easy to do that, which means that with limited training of your own technicians, you should be capable of, maintaining and supporting those systems, certainly on the first level. The same is true for our software. Again, that is in-house developed. Everything is internet internet-based, which means that we have monitoring systems that will follow and monitor all the software, all the hardware components, etc., during 24 hours, 7 days a week, so that if there is an issue from our remote help desk in Belgium, we are capable of doing some remote diagnostics and check whether it is a hardware problem or a software problem. And when it's a hardware problem, well, then typically, we will ask our customer to replace one of the defective components, which is very easy, as you saw. If it's software, then remotely, typically we can solve the problem. We can do some rebooting if necessary, and go on. So that is very easy. We cover all time zones. We have our main help desk in Belgium. And if Belgium goes to sleep, we have a second help desk in Long Beach, where we have a subsidiary, and the guys working there, will take over when Belgium is sleeping. And, when those guys go to sleep, Belgium will take over again, so that, we can cover 24 hours, 7 days a week. Besides that, we have as well an office and a subsidiary in Jebel Ali, from where we service most of the GCC installations that we have. We just started as well an own subsidiary in Shanghai, in China. So we have a Camco China. Again, you know, to support and cover this area. And then in the US and in Australia, we have some very good local partners helping us as well, you know, with support, maintenance, and these kind of things. So we have a really good service continuity and performance, and that certainly helped us during this pandemic period. All the systems, wherever they are, remained completely operational. We only had to make sure that all our customers do have enough spare parts. And luckily, thanks to the logistics world, you know, we were capable of shipping spare parts if necessary. And due to the fact that it was quite easy to maintain and support, because, you know, first level support is easy. You know, all the terminals that we have, all the gate systems that we have, all the crane OCR systems that we have remained fully operational, making sure that, you know, our customers' terminals didn't and do not have any hiccups, or, you know, have to close gate lanes or gates because, you know, they have issues or major issues. So that is really, we were very happy and even a little bit proud on ourselves that from the start we took that decision to do a lot ourselves and make sure that, you know, on the design phase and the development phase of our systems, you know, that we took this objective, this really important parameter always into account, that, you know, it has to be easy to support. And on a personal note, it's no longer the case, but let's say that some years ago, I was a little bit the benchmark. If I could do a replacement myself, then, you know, everybody should be capable of doing it, as I'm not the most handy man, certainly not in our company. Anyway, so what do we see besides the positive points as challenges today? Well, the fact that we have more and more requirements on cybersecurity makes that it's in some cases becoming difficult to continue doing this 24-hour, 7 days a week monitoring, due to the fact that it's in some terminals difficult to have a continuous open connection with our server. So we have to live with it. Cybersecurity is perhaps even more important than, you know, having a reliable and stable or easy to support system. But it makes our lives in some cases a little bit more difficult, but okay, we have to work on that. So we try to find solutions so that, you know, we can continue giving all the necessary monitoring to all our terminals. So voila, that's it. Thank you for the attention, and if you have questions, don't hesitate. I'm looking forward to questions. Thank you.